Welcome back. For more on our top stories and others, please visit our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. Just log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app to Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 app gives you access to news and updates. You also have the eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. Now, the Nigerian army says it's leaving nothing to chance as it explores other areas or means of dealing with the Boko Haram predicament. One of the ways they're deciding to go this year is by releasing 1,250 Boko Haram suspects who've been cleared and absolved of having any links with the sect members. The General Officer commanding 7th Division of Nigerian Army, Major General Victor Ezugu, explains that they are constantly reviewing the list of those who are in their custody. He spoke while engaging a delegation of the International Committee of the Red Cross.
Apart from the federal government's decision to engage genuine Boko Haram members, the Nigerian Army says it's constantly reviewing its list of terrorist detainees. 1,250 of them are cleared to go as they do not have anything to do with Boko Haram. Brigadier General Victor Ezugu explains to the International Committee of the Red Cross that the Army believes in engaging all groups before taking a position.
Is doing to ensure that the detainees are treated very humanely and given the best form of treatment in terms of making a home for them while they are still with us pending investigations. And we also collaborated on the issue of release of cleared suspects. So we are keeping this regular release because the Chief of Army Staff wants us to ensure that it is only people that has contacts and connections with Boko Haram and that have insurgency issues to sort out that are detained, so that those who do not have cause to be there are not there.
A lot is involved in the process of arrest of suspected terrorists, and General Ezugu says medical personnel are provided to ensure detainees are checked at least 3 times a week to ensure they are in good condition. Their feeding is equally of importance.
We are providing solid meals for them, Nigerian meals. They are going to be responsible for providing food supplements that will enhance both the well-being of the detainees. So, just like I said, it's a collaboration between we and the ICRC to ensure that we give the best.
The concern of the Red Cross is to ensure that every detainee is given a fair hearing before conclusions are drawn as to their level of involvement in terrorist activities.
We have several programs. The main program mainly is to help the IDPs who are in the camps and going back. And that will be a very big program to help them going back. Other programs are including our cooperation with the Army in terms of protection. So we discuss several issues how we can go ahead.
In this regard, the Army says the command will not do anything against the law.
And now to the education sector and the Southwest. After months of consultation between Oyo and Osun states, the Ladoke-Akintola University is to get a 500 million naira lifeline to pay the salary arrears of striking academic and non-academic staff of the school. Reaffirming their commitment to the joint ownership arrangements, which includes funding, the state governments agreed to raise the money to reopen Lautech as soon as possible. This announcement was made by the Governor of Oyo State, Mr. Abiola Ajimobi, while trying to calm protesting students who were demanding an explanation as to why the school gates remained closed since last May.
It's been 8 months of long suffering. These students from the Ladoke-Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso, seem to have reached their limit as they stormed the Oyo State Secretariat in Ibadan, the state capital, asking the Oyo and Osun state governments to resolve their issues and reopen the institution. The students are unhappy that they have to suffer for the inability of both governments to pay the salary arrears of striking academic and non-academic staff.
In a particular level for the past 3 months.
Out of 7 months salaries of the academic workers, they are ready to pay 400 million. That 400 million stands for a month's salary.
Governor Abiola Ajimobi leaves a council meeting to calm frayed nerves.
You must do everything possible when your citizenry complains, you listen to them, you find solutions. It is not by fighting you find solutions. It is not by being unruly.
And then the good news.
I called the governor of Osun State. We spoke at length and we agreed that, look, let's help these students. They've been away for 8 months. And he also agreed that, look, even though he couldn't pay all the salaries and this thing, can we both contribute something? We agreed to contribute. And we said we'll bring in minimum 250 million each.
The arrangements are being fine-tuned between the two state governors, the management of the institution, and labor unions at a meeting scheduled for Wednesday, January the 11th. According to Governor Ajimobi, issues not discussed during Wednesday's meeting will be given attention to by a visitation panel headed by a senior advocate of Nigeria, Wole Olanipekun, which has a mandate to draw up recommendations that will ensure the smooth running of the school.
To another grievance, this time on the part of pensioners, also in the southwest, the crisis between the Osun State pensioners and the state government is taking a new twist, with the pensioners setting up what they call internally displaced pensioners camp in Osogbo. The pensioners say they are doing this in protest of the non-payment of their pensions, gratuities, and other salary arrears. They call on President Muhammad Buhari to withhold the Paris Fund deduction for Osun State and use it to pay these arrears directly.
They call it an internally displaced pensioners camp. Retirees in Osun State gathered under the scorching sun, singing and praying. This is another way to protest the non-payment of their pensions and gratuities. The camp is set very close to the Freedom Park, built by the state governor El-Rufai, and here the chairman of the Forum of 2011-2012 retirees of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners reels out the demands of the group.
Payment of arrears of 18 months and pension without any further delay. We therefore request the federal government to set up a high-power special committee to probe how the latest fund, that is, over deduction of Paris Club loan, is utilized.
A surprise face here is that of Justice Folahanmi Oloyede. The judge compulsorily retired by the National Judicial Council following investigations into her petition against Governor Aregbesola. She took time to educate the pensioners on their rights and also asked the state government to respect the rights of the pensioners as enshrined in the Constitution.
Mine is to enlighten, and I've told them that this enlightenment campaign will continue. This advocacy about telling Osun people and Nigeria at large that this is your right under the Constitution.
I'm sorry. I feel like crying. As I'm speaking to you right now, I'm not eating anything all day.
Stories like this abound among the pensioners, and for their service to the nation, these senior citizens deserve to be treated better. One way to do this is for government to pay their pensions and gratuity.
You're watching News Across Nigeria. Coming up, another protest, this time from Imo and Bayelsa State resident doctors. We'll tell you what they have to say in just a moment. Please stay with us.